Hey, what's up guys, Ravenclaw here and welcome back to another video on the Ravenclaw channel. Today we are going to talk about the pets and the pet changes coming in Battle for Azeroth, so that way you have a better idea of what pets you want to collect before Battle for Azeroth hits us. So let's get into it. So before we get into the pet families and the abilities and all that other cool stuff, I want to tell you a few things that have happened in BFA for us hunters in regards to our pets. So the first thing, we've had a few new families introduced, which is the lizards, the toads, the pterodaxes, and the crowlusks. These are all pretty cool, fancy looking pets, which I have done a video on, but yeah, so go and check those out. The next thing, the Dream Runners, which is basically the fancy unicorns that everyone's been wanting to get. They are now tameable. I also have done a video on that one too. All of these should be linked down in the description for you guys. Now, the Rylaks have been merged into the Chimera family. Not a big deal, but that's what's happened. Exotic families aren't tameable by Beastmasters until level 65, which is, I don't see a huge thing, but as a BM, one of the big things about taking BM at low level was the ability to take the cool pets and get in those cool little abilities. Now it's up from level 10 to 65. That's a bit annoying. The pet family's core abilities have been updated and standardized, which we'll get into that in a little bit later. Our pet stables, you, me, and every other hunter that actually cared about stable space have been going on and on about it. So what have they done? They gave us another 10 slots. Yeah, I mean, it's better than nothing. Let's face it, it is better than nothing. But to be honest, I really think there's a better way for us to be able to get as many pets as we want. But hey, let's just take it as it is. An extra 10 slots means an extra 10 pets. As a Beastmaster, you can now choose to adventure with 2 pets. Now, Hattie does get taken away from us. That is all fine. But we do have the ability, through a talent called Animal Companion, to be able to still run with 2 pets. The second pet that comes with us doesn't get all the fancy abilities that Hattie did, in what I mean by the new pet only follows kill command, not bestial cleave or anything like that. Still, better than nothing. And finally, for all of the debate within dungeons of us hunters not turning Growl off, Growl is now turned off automatically in dungeons. That's it. So there's no more hunter, turn your Growl off, oh my god, kick the hunter, hunter's doing whatever. Okay, it just gets turned off, and then as soon as you go back out into the main world, it gets turned back on, which is awesome. Alright, now let's get into other stuff. So at the moment in the live version, all of our pets can switch to whichever spec we choose, making them tenacity, ferocity, or cunning. In BFA, they are now allocated to a certain spec, which is the same, cunning, ferocity, or tenacity. However, with the specs come spec allocated abilities, such as cunning has Pathfinder, which you and your pet gain increased movement speed by 1%. Master's Call, which is now for the cunning only, allows you to be freed from any roots or movement impairing effects. The Ferocity family now have Predator's Thirst, which gives you and the pet 10% leech, so in other words, able to extract health from your enemies. However, this is also not too bad. When you do take a Ferocity pet, they will also have Primal Rage, which is your hero or lust ability. The Tenacity family. This now has Endurance Training. This gives us a 5% increase in health, overall health, but also allows us to take a damage reduction buff known as Survival of the Fittest, which reduces damage taken by 20%, which is actually pretty handy. Okay, so now we've looked at the specs and the specific abilities that come for each spec. Let's have a quick look now at the families that are allocated to those specs. So as you can see, there's a list of each family and where they lie. This will allow you to just go out, hunt the pet that you want, and keep it with you ready for the battle as we get closer to BFA. The abilities that come with each pet, some of which, like for example the Quillen with the battle res, that still remains, but you do get a few other different bits and pieces that have been added to certain sort of family lines of pets, which I'll get into next. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the abilities for each spec. So the first one being defensive, reduces the damage taken by 50%. The next one is the dodge chance of your pet. It increased by 30% for 20 seconds. This one here, great for PvP, reducing that effectiveness of healing in arenas or any other PvP related scenes. These slows, great for the duels and all of this obviously with PvE. Next being, this is amazing, and if you have a quick look, Spirit Beasts now have a Dispel. This is amazing. And triggered defense, obviously when they get below a certain amount of health, they spark up their defensives. Now I just wanted to finish off on a little bit of exotic abilities. Now a lot of these are in the game as we speak, but things like the Pterodax's Updraft, which is a new family to BFA, your Crowlusk's ability, little things like this I thought I'd put in there just so you guys can make an informed decision on what you want to go for when BFA hits. Now Spirit Mend is actually mending a lot, which is making my Spirit Beast my best friend. They have your Dispels, which is amazing. They've got your damage reduction buff alongside Spirit Mend, plus your health increase. It is an awesome pet to have by your side. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to bring this to your attention and help you decide what you want to do. Alright guys, so if you enjoyed this little BFA pet guide, let me know down below. If you have any other questions that I might have missed or anything like that, also let me know, and don't forget to head over to the Discord, link is in the description. Come and hang out and get ready to hit BFA together. But until next time, you awesome people, you keep on sniping, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care.